Hello, everybody. I'm Aiden, and today I want to talk about The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, first book in the Wheel of Time. So, if you're completely unfamiliar with the Wheel of Time, it follows a group of five characters from a simple farming town in the middle of nowhere that their lives are suddenly disturbed by an evil force. They go on a great quest across the world to save it from an evil power, and one of them is the prophesied one who will save the world. They don't know who it is yet. Many of you probably, hear about that and you're like, this is just another Terry Brooks. This is another Tolkien ripoff. It sounds so basic, but, and I've only read up to the eighth book at the moment, but it is so incredibly done. So incredibly done. So uniquely done, but also grounded in real world myths that lend it a sense of reality because it's things we're familiar with, but not so directly that you immediately point it out and you're like, oh, he stole that. No, it's like threads in the pattern, like tiny bits of threads pulling from all different cultures all over the world into this magnificent narrative. The first time I read the series was maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I just never really got into it. I was, like 15, 16 years old. I found the characters annoying, but thought the world building was cool and the story was kind of cool, but I never really got invested in it. I believe I got to book five last time and just trailed off. Never really picked up book six. I think I read the prologue to book six, thought that was cool, but still wasn't interested in continuing the series. But 4 years down the road, I was watching a YouTube video by Thomas Howell talking about reading through the Wheel of Time and how beautiful he found and how he loved the writing and the characters and the world building. So I thought I'd give it another try. This time, however, I began The Eye of the World and was so surprised. When I first read the book, I never really noticed the prose, but this time I thought it was so beautiful. It just transported me into the world, into the story. A lot of people online you'll see complaining like, "Oh, he over describes everything." Like, "Oh, who cares what clothes they're wearing?" Like, I love them. They breathe life into the world, add a layer of reality to it that I feel like a lot of other books don't when they leave out these descriptions. I also found myself liking the characters a lot more this second time reading it. Before, I was like, they're annoying, especially Nynaeve and Egwene. I found them insufferable, but this time I not only enjoyed reading them and understood their characters better, but I also saw some of myself in those two particularly, which that was a that was a little wake up call for me, maybe. And another thing, Robert Jordan is a master of writing realistic characters and flawed characters. Everybody has flaws, but a lot of them don't notice their flaws. They're so caught up in themselves that they don't even notice the flaws they themselves have. So spoilers. So when I first read the book, I don't think the copy I read had the Ravens preface. It didn't add a lot, but it's someone who's already familiar with the characters and the significance of ravens and all that. I thought it was pretty interesting. It was a good time. Not particularly useful, but like I said, this time around I'm really here for the world building and I want to get I'm really invested in these characters, so I liked having more time to see how they got along with one another before the events of the book take place. The beginning was a lot faster, and I remember. I guess I was thinking of a Fellowship of the Ring esque beginning where it was like 100 pages before they even got moving, but I forgot how quick it was. The first third of the book is really fast paced. I love it. It's great. And the middle, I remember last time the middle being really slow and boring, but I thought it was a lot more than it was this time. This time I was really impressed with how fast it went. I thought I remember them stopping at like a dozen inns and nothing happening, but it was like two or three inns and stuff did happen. There was like fights and horrible dreams. But I loved those scenes when they were in the nightmare with Balsamon. The ending, I remember the ending being quick, but I forgot how like you're reading the book and it doesn't feel like you're at the end of a book. But then suddenly the ending hits and then it's over. And you're like, "What? What? What happened?" It's a lot, but still fantastic. If I remember correctly, I believe Eye of the World in the second book, The Great Hunt, I believe they were supposed to be one book and had to be split for publishing reasons. So that explains why the end is so abrupt, but it's still phenomenal. And if you roll right into the second book, it's even better. Now I want to talk to people who have already read the book or heard about the Eye of the World and its reputation for kind of being a Lord of the Rings ripoff. The Eye of the World is not really indicative of the rest of the series. I wonder if that's a marketing thing because I know that a lot of publishers were really pushing Tolkien-esque world and plotting. So I think that might be part of the reason why Eye of the World feels so, I hate to say, but bland compared to the rest of the series. But if you liked The Eye of the World but you didn't love it, read the second book because the second book starts to go places that aren't your standard Tolkien-esque fantasy. It really opens up the world. You see cultures that you haven't seen before, really interesting stuff. You see new powers that you haven't seen before. It's really something else. And by the third book, and the fourth book, you really see the scope of the world. Trust me. So that was my review for Eye of the World. But now I want to talk about this. So I'm making this YouTube channel so I can talk to somebody. I always love the BookTube community. I love creators like Thomas Howell, Four Corners of the Page, Alan from Library of Alexandria, The Fantasy Network, goated. I'm doing this so I can talk to people about books because no one in my life will listen to me. I'll start yapping about the Wheel of Time for like 10 minutes, then they'll be like, okay, buddy. Okay. Probably gonna keep making videos. I want to do the Wheel of Time. Also read The Secret History by Donna Tartt recently. Probably do a review on that. That was a different book. I have thoughts. Currently, I'm reading Path of Daggers, All the Pretty Horses for Thomas Howell's book club. I was also reading The Body because that was also for the book club, but I missed the live stream and still haven't finished The Body. It didn't really grip me, but I'll probably finish it. Um, Let me know in the comments what I can improve upon. I'm open to criticism. Be polite about it, don't be a dick. I know it's the internet, but don't be a dick. Um, if you're gonna talk about lighting, I know I need to work on the lighting. I don't have a great setup here. But yeah, that's all I have today, so like and subscribe if you like and want to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Probably gonna be the Great Hunt review, so see you then.